Now, until the London 2012 Paralympic Games arrived, you'd be hard-pushed to find images of disability in any mainstream magazines or across the media generally. And on the catwalk, same story.
The question is, though, can that change? Will it change following the huge exposure of disabled bodies over the past month? There are already those that are trying to put over an alternative view. And we're joined now by the model Debbie van der Putten and the Chief Executive of Models of Diversity, Michael Cheetham. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Debbie, if we can start with you, just tell me how you became a model.
Well, I had an accident 7 years ago and I never thought of modelling, but people just taught me, like, would you want to do a show called Miss Ability in Holland? And that started it all off, and before I knew I was modelling. So, yeah.
You're very slim and very beautiful. In many ways, have this sort of classic model look. How different did you feel?
Well, because I started modelling for charity and things like that, it didn't really make me feel different because it was all really disability related. And then I started to model for brands and things like that. And then it changed a bit because they're not used to disabled models. So in the beginning, I felt a bit left out, but the other models were really positive.
Yeah, it's the reaction, I think. It's this way round, isn't it? Rather than your approach to it, it's the reaction to you that is the most interesting part of it.
Yeah, of course. And for photographers and designers, they have to work around me. They can't just say, OK, we're going to put a coat on you with 2 sleeves. And it always has to be adapted a bit, but that makes it really interesting.
Yeah.
And so, Michael, are you finding it easier, increasingly easy, to place disabled models in campaigns and so on?
Well, it's still quite difficult in these early days, but we can't legislate for, changes. We have to introduce changes slowly. People need to feel comfortable with, what they have to do. So we need to show that it's possible. We need to encourage people with disabilities to improve and to build their confidence and to show that they can deliver what's required. And then more and more the clients will then say, well, actually, yes, let's be more representative of the buying public and just show, we understand.
So have you been very excited, kind of in the build-up to these games, about how many disabled athletes you've seen on billboards, people like Richard Whitehead and Steph Reed and Oscar Pistorius, obviously. Is that making you feel like, actually, the change is happening? I think
the Paralympics is going to be a bit of a step change in that, because so many people are talking about what's happening here. And the key thing is, if you're not... if you see, we're used to people with disabilities now. So, for me, if I'm seeing a model with a disability, I don't see that. I see the person and the possibility. Whereas other people, less experienced, might think, oh, I feel a bit uncomfortable, what do I say? But now we'll be able to say, well, hello, how are you? And we're just... Everyone's got disability, really, in some way, whether it's physical or anything else. So we just need to learn how to interact with each other.
Yeah, and hopefully the Games are going to go quite a long way to doing that, and obviously the work that you're both doing as well. So thank you very much for coming in, Debbie and Michael.
Great pleasure.
Thank you very much. One very quick question for you, Debbie. Did you borrow that top from you and Thomas? I think it would suit him. He's going to have his eye on it, I guarantee it.